Welcome to Shadow Watch, where the dusk hides truths too restless to stay still. Picture this. The Ozarks' tangled hills, shadows shift at twilight, silent, swift, calling you near. Since the 70s, hunters track them, chase them, but never return whole, lost to the gloom. Tonight, I'm guiding you into that haunted ridge, where the dark hums with something alive. Ready to step into the dusk? Move quick, because this true tale will make you fear every shadow you pass. It began with Holt, a hunter stalking deer, and his niece Sage, a photographer snapping dusk, out in Missouri's Ozark Hills in '79. They trekked a ridge locals shunned, whispers of shadows that moved, fast and quiet, luring folks off trails never seen clear. Holt brushed it off, betting Sage he'd bag a buck, but that evening, as the sun bled red over the peaks, the hills weren't calm. They stirred with something alive. Their fire crackled low, the air thick, cool, as Holt cleaned his rifle, his radio buzzing static, while Sage framed shots, the stillness watching them back. The shadows came at dusk, swift, dark, slipping through the trees, a hum low and cold weaving under the leaves. Come here, brushing their ears. Holt grinned. Wind, but Sage frowned. That's no wind. Her camera trembling as the hum grew. Sharp, alive, stay close, clear as whispers by the fire. The radio hissed, static twisting into their voices. Don't leave, though they sat mute, and the trees rustled. No breeze, no sound. Shadows stretching long, wrong, in the fading light. Sage's lens caught it. Faint, shimmering, shapes, tall, thin, darting past. Gone when Holt blinked, eyes glinting, pale, watching from the dark. Holt grabbed his rifle. Just critters, but the beam missed them, the shadows dodging, the hum louder. You're ours, the air buzzing, alive, tugging at their steps. Sage's film rolled, frames blurring with eyes, endless, and the ridge creaked, roots shifting, awake. Holt whispered, "We're not alone," as the shadows flared, revealing more, dozens, hovering, their eyes glowing faint, unblinking, eternal. The fire dimmed, smoke curling toward them, and the hum thickened, insistent, "Stay here," a chant in their skulls, alive, ceaseless. They turned to flee, Holt slinging gear, Sage clutching her camera, but the trail twisted, the ridge stretching, the shadows guiding them deeper, their hum and net closing in. The radio flared again, laughter weaving through static, low, endless, and the ground parted, brief, fleeting, showing boots, a hat, relics sinking fast, whispering. We stayed. Holt's rifle sank, the dirt gripping it, and the shapes loomed, their eyes locked on, hypnotic, endless. The hum blew, the dusk still, the shadows their voice, alive, awake, waiting. This wasn't a hunt, it was a lure, and the hills weren't letting go. Hang on, because those shadows are just waking up. Holt's boots slid on the dirt, the shadows surging faster, their hum slashing through the dusk. Stay here, you're ours, a chant clawing into their minds, sharp, alive, relentless. Sage gripped her camera, its lens fogging, snapping frames of eyes, pale, endless, flashing untouched across the film. As the glow thickened, the air buzzing, cold, a living pulse dragging them deeper. The shapes loomed, tall, jagged, shimmering, their eyes glinting like shards in the dark, darting between trees, and the fire sputtered, snuffed out by an unseen breath, the ridge trembling, awake, closing in. Holt swung his rifle. Back off. But the barrel bent, the shadows swallowing the shot, their hum a roar, hypnotic, eternal. The radio screeched, their voices twisting. Don't go. Looping into a laugh, low, guttural, endless. And the trees warped, branches snaking down, whispering, come here. Their tips brushing Holt's neck, icy, deliberate. Sage choked. They're alive. Her breath a cloud, the shapes multiplying, dozens, hundreds, slashing through the dusk, their edges razor thin, never solid, always there. The hum spiked, a drone rattling their bones, and the ground cracked, brief, jagged, spilling relics, knives, hats, a watch ticking backward, whispering. We stayed, sinking into the dirt like prey. Holt roared, Run! But the shadows flared, a blinding wall, the shapes solidifying, gaunt, eyeless, their glow searing, unblinking, hunting every flinch. Footsteps thundered, no source, no rhythm. Echoing off the ridge, shadows stretching into claws, wrong, alive in the haze. Sage's camera fell, lens cracking, film spooling out, curling into eyes staring back, and the radio wailed, static chanting, "Stay tonight." The air thick, buzzing, a trap snapping shut. The dusk flared, revealing the ridge, trees upside down, roots clawing skyward, shapes weaving through. Holt froze. What the hell? As the hum thundered, the ground tilting, dirt surging, pulling them down. Sage rasped. It's got us. The shapes lunging, their chant piercing. You're here. A net of eyes, endless, shredding their will. They scrambled, Holt clawing roots, Sage trailing, but the trail vanished, the ridge a maze, shadows hurting them deeper, their hum of vice tightening fast. The dirt pulsed, swallowing Holt's boots, and the shapes closed in, eyes burning, hypnotic, eternal, whispering, "Don't leave." A chorus in their skulls, relentless, alive. The dusk swallowed the sky, the shapes chanting, "Stay forever." The ridge a heartbeat, awake, ravenous. This wasn't a hunt, it was a feast, and the shadows fed on them now. Sage's knees buckled, the dirt clutching her, the shadows howling. Your hours stay forever, a chant ripping her apart, wild, alive, unyielding. Holt yanked her arm. Move! Damn it! But the glow flared, the air buzzing, thick, a living noose strangling their breath, dragging them toward the ridge, trees twisting, whispering, "Come here." Their roots snaring the dusk. The shapes loomed, tall, sharp, shimmering, their pale eyes blazing, unblinking, slashing through the haze, and the ground shuddered, dirt surging, swallowing Sage's camera, its lens winking her face, white-eyed, frozen, the hum a storm in her chest. The radio shrieked, static clawing. Holt, Sage, looping into laughter, deep, endless, feral, and the branches snapped, curling around Holt's legs, whispering, "Stay tonight." Their grip cold, alive, tightening fast. Holt swung. We're not theirs, but the air swallowed his cry, the shapes lunging, their edges cutting the dusk, solid yet fluid, relentless. The hum thundered, a pulse shattering their skulls, and the ridge flared, light pulsing from below, revealing eyes. Hundreds, glowing, staring from the dark, waiting, ravenous. Sage gasped, "They're us," as the dirt surged, a tide of claws, the shapes chanting, "You're here." Their eyes searing, hypnotic, eternal. Shadows clawed the ground, wrong, weaving through the glow, and the trees parted, brief, brutal, showing a rifle, a boot, a watch, all ticking, screaming. We stayed, sinking into the earth. Holt roared, "Go!" But the ridge twisted, shadows circling tighter, the hum softening, insidious, "Don't go," shredding her mind. The dirt tightened, roots pulsing, and the shapes loomed, their chant hers now, "Stay forever." The dusk closer, its glow a heartbeat, alive, awake. Sage staggered, her eyes glowing faint, white, mirroring the shapes, and Holt bellowed, "Sage, no!" as the dirt surged, swallowing him, the shadows flaring, blinding, endless. She rose, the hum her voice, the shapes bowing, their eyes glinting, and the ridge pulsed, the ground stilling, the glow her flesh, her will. Holt's cry faded, devoured by the earth, and the dusk thickened, the hills silent, the hum her guide, whispering, "Bring them." Sharp, ceaseless. The shadows moved on, their echo her breath, alive, eternal, and the Ozarks weren't a range, they were a hunger, and she was its jaws, lost to the dusk, forever bound. Sage stood rigid, the dirt spitting her free, the shadows screeching through her veins. Your hours stay forever. A chant now her own, slashing the dusk, alive, relentless. Holt sank deeper, the earth swallowing his chest, his voice a ragged gasp. Sage, fight it! But the glow flared, the air buzzing, thick, a living claw raking their breath, dragging her toward the ridge, trees twisting, whispering, "Come here." their roots coiling like veins. The shapes loomed, tall, jagged, shimmering, their pale eyes blazing, unblinking, darting through the haze, and the ground stilled, the hum her pulse, shredding her will. Holt's arm vanished, the dirt snapping shut, his cry devoured, the shadows feasting on him whole. Her eyes ignited white, vision ripping wide. The hills, the trails, the dusk beyond, all glowing, humming, "Stay here." A call she couldn't dodge, sharp as a blade in her skull. The radio wailed one last time, static clawing. Holt Sage, twisting into laughter, deep, endless, feral, and the trees shuddered, branches snaking, whispering, "You're us," their tips grazing her face, cold, alive. The shapes lunged closer, their edges solid, tall, thin, shimmering like cracked glass, and the ridge pulsed, light searing from below, revealing eyes. Hundreds, glowing pale, staring from the dark, waiting, ravenous. Sage's camera surfaced, floating, its lens cracked, flashing her face, wide-eyed, unblinking. The glow her flesh, her guide. The hum softened, insidious, "Bring them." And Sage turned, the shadows parting, carving a path. New, jagged, alive, leading out, the shapes bowing, their eyes glinting, eternal. She stepped forward, the dirt trembling, the hills silent, and a camper's lantern flared far off, real, flickering, slicing the dusk. The chant hissed, "Call them," her voice weaving, "Come closer," sharp, drifting over the ridge, hypnotic, ceaseless. The lantern froze, its glow stuttering, and the shadows flared, circling, the shapes rising, watching, waiting, their hum a storm in her chest, dragging her forward, boundless. Sage moved, the glow her shroud, the hum her heartbeat, the Ozarks stretching endless, alive, hers. The lantern died, swallowed by the haze, and the shapes surged, their chant weaving, "Stay tonight." The ridge pulsing, approving, its hunger unbound. She grinned, the lights her eyes, the hum her will, a hunter forged from the dusk, forever lost, forever free. The hills weren't a place, they were a throat, and she was its growl, claiming all who chased the gloom. Sage roamed the ridge, shadows twisting through her bones. Their hum cut deep, a wild pulse whispering, "You're ours, stay forever." Her voice took it, sharp and alive, slicing the dusk with hunger. The camper's lantern flickered out, swallowed by a sudden glow. Shapes rose tall and jagged, their pale eyes blazing fierce. They watched her, hunting through the haze as hills trembled. Roots clawed upward, hissing, "Come closer," like a trap ready to snap. Her eyes flared white, vision ripping across the Ozarks. Trails and night glowed, snarling, "Stay here," in her grasp. The ridge pulsed hard, light tearing from below. Shadows swarmed silent, hundreds of eyes unblinking and searing. She moved to the road, glow wrapping her tight. The hum fueled her steps, shapes bowing low with edges like broken glass. They shrieked, "Sage, bring them," a call pulling her forward. A truck's headlights flashed, desperate in the dark. Sage grinned wide, shadows growling, "Call them," in her ears. Her chant broke free, "Come closer," rolling over hills, unstoppable. The truck stalled fast, glow tightening around it. Shapes surged closer, eyes glinting cold, waiting in the dusk. Her chest thrummed wild, claiming every soul near. Dusk grew thick, shadows stretching relentless. They wove a web, whispering names to snare new prey. The ridge fed deep, its hunger unbound and fierce. Sage walked on, glow her skin, hum her strength. She hunted now, born from dark, lost yet free. The Ozarks didn't rest, they devoured. She was their voice, unbound and alive. So that's the Ozarks curse, folks, a dusk that hunts hard. Shadows didn't hold her, they forged her sharp. Feel that chill yet? Hit like if you're still here, comment if dusk ever moved for you. Subscribe now, Shadow Watch digs deeper next time. Share with a hill lover, or keep it if those eyes spook you too much.